Salam alaikum, alaikum salam. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself. Here trying to make the donuts like always. Uh, I'm here to try to answer, it's going to be a little difficult for me because I can't give you in totality, because what you're asking represents too much, and it has a lot of things that have to do with it. There's also things that are secretive that cannot be spoken on here. And the question was, what is Kalunga? Because we know we have Madre de Agua, right? And some people say that's the energy or the spirituality of the sea. So then, if that would be the spirituality of the sea, what is Kalunga then? Because people say Kalunga is the sea also. In a short way, I could tell you is, out of Kalunga, Madre de Agua comes out. That energy of Madre de Agua comes from Kalunga. How can I explain to you? Okay. If you guys have read anything about the creation stories, whether it's biblical or African cosmology or Egyptian cosmology or Hebrew cosmology, or on creation stories, you will always see that in a lot of the creation stories, it speaks about water. When you look up, even in your own body, the percentage of water, what is our body composed of, you're going to find a large amount being water. I think it's from about 45 to 65% water, I think, of that nature. If you're an adult already, depending if you're an adult. So ask yourself, how is a human being 45 to 65% water? It's kind of like, wow, it's kind of like crazy. But it is, it could be more, it could be less. Kalunga has to do with creation. Some tribal people, believe that Kalunga is God Almighty. Because when you do research, you find out that a lot of things come from Kalunga. A lot. If you try to find out how many sea creatures come out from the ocean, it's a vast amount, right? If you look at the biblical stories, even in the Bible, they got stories of like Noah and the ark. They got stories of the creation. When God says, let, in other words, I'm paraphrasing here, let the things multiply from the water. And it says that the creatures also, the 4-footed creatures came from the water, were created from the water. 4-footed, meaning goat, sheep, lamb, horses, camels, come from water. That's the belief. So, and like I said, for some people, Kalunga is God Almighty. So Kalunga has a lot to do with the creation of us, of animals, of trees, flowers, of a lot. It's so much, it's so vast, it's so big. And Kalunga has so many secrets in this. For us, it's one word, Kalunga. But it means more than just saying Kalunga. It's more than just saying the sea. Well, the sea, that's Kalunga. And it's all totality, that's Kalunga. It's a lot more that has to do with Kalunga, that in order for you to understand it and learn it, and I don't even know it all. I know a couple of little things, that I can't say, but it's so much more. So Kalunga it's something very difficult for somebody to speak upon, because without giving away a lot of secrets about it, it's very difficult. Understand? Like, anybody could say Madre de Agua, oh, that's just the impungo of the sea. That's the motherly, in other words, like the life-giving source. Fishes are produced a lot. Fishes produce a lot, in abundance. And you could also see the mammal part, like the whales. When they give, you could see there's an animal also called a that not all places have it. Wow. It has a beak like a bird. It has fins like a fish. It has platypus. Look up a platypus. And this thing is a mammal. This thing swims in the ocean, walks on the ground. I mean, it looks like a bird. It's crazy. And they call it a platypus. So look how vast this one animal, the platypus, is. Even scientists can't really find the name for it. For us, Kalunga is vast. You understand? Now I'm going to give you one thing, and one thing only. Ask yourself, which is the biggest cemetery on the earth in totality? What is the biggest cemetery in totality in the world? Ask yourself that question. I'm waiting. If you said the ocean, you got it right. That's the biggest cemetery in the world. And it just doesn't have to do with the slave trade. It just doesn't have to do with that, but that's one of the concepts. How many people died in the slave trade? They were thrown overboard because of sickness and death. They were thrown overboard. Some people say, even though we don't know how truth it is, but there are some theories out there that there are some fishes or some sharks that when they see a ship, they follow the same, like a ship that came in the same, let's say, would take the same route that back in the days, the ships that took that route of slave trade, they were bringing slaves to that route. They say that sharks and certain fishes will follow those boats on that same path. I can't tell you this is true. What I can tell you, this is what I have heard. I even have heard from some merchant mariners, because I was myself a merchant marine for 9 years, 9.5. So they said to this day there are fishes and some type of fishes, I'm not sure if it's all sharks or dolphins or something, that when they see a boat, they follow that boat because of all the bodies that were thrown in the sea. And that's without counting the rest of the people that died. We gotta go even way back than that. So many people died, of all different type of cultures, and nations of people. So, Kalunga for us is very, very big. It's a hard term to speak about. It's a hard word. But it's something that your tata got to speak to you about it and explain to you what is Kalunga, what does it represent, and on and on and on and on. For us, that know a little bit about it, it represents too much for us. You understand? But that's why I say, not everything that you see with the eye just represents that one thing that you see with your eye. You look at the sun and all you see is the sun, right? Yellow, it looks kind of yellow. Yeah, you see the sun throws heat, it gives light, but there's more things that have to do with the sun. Same thing with the moon. Well, the moon, yeah, it lights up the night, but more things have to do with the moon. The moon is just doesn't just light up the night. That's all, you know. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam, que Sami Lakutare. Have a great day, guys.